Well, we bought us a new sanitary vacuum. Just got here from Amazon. It's the SC899F. It's the model number. It's a wide vacuum. We're going to open the box and take the stuff out, and then so you can see what it looks like when it comes in the mail. And then we'll have to do some assembly.
There's the owner's manual.
Okay, the instruction manual.
Set that over there. Never see that again.
Probably not.
Couple handles.
Yeah, the handle. Okay.
Set that aside.
Looks like it's made out of aluminum or something.
Just a shakeout bag.
Yeah, the big shakeout bag.
The sanitary commercial written on it. Cardboard.
Yep.
A 50-foot cord.
Yeah, it has a 50-foot cord on it. A thick cord too. It's not cheap.
Plastic off.
And there it is. And it may not look like it on the camera, but it's wide.
Yeah, there's what it looks like underneath.
See, it's got a steel brush bar.
It's aluminum.
It's got aluminum. It's got beater bars on one side, and then
Brushes on the other.
well, here I didn't show it in the camera. It's got beater bar on one side and brushes on the other side on both sides of this. So we're going to assemble this and then turn the camera back on and show you how it works.
So,
Okay, we got the sanitary all put together. It takes about 5-10 minutes to snap it together. There's a couple of nuts and bolts you got to put in. It's no big deal. So this is going to be a test run of how it works so everybody can see for themselves. We put some rice on the floor, by the way. Okay, now I want you to see, my foot is 13 inches, my shoe. This is how big this thing is.
16.
It's a 16 inch, it's big. And we're just experimenting with it. It's not like a normal vacuum you buy from the store where the brush will self-adjust. If you get on the carpet and it's not picking up, you just turn the brushes down a little bit. It's real easy to, that's all there is to it. It's an old school vacuum, it works great.
Show them one more thing.
Do what?
I don't know if we can do this, but
Oh, we'll show you one more thing here before we shut off the video. We want you to see the brush bar.
okay.
Actually.
It'll come on. Ready?
Yeah. That brush bar is real powerful. Anyway, thanks for watching.
we're just doing a tryout on the vacuum. We got this is the first job we're actually doing with it, so we're experimenting with it. We went around and picked up nails and other big things that look like they might be dangerous for the fan. It's doing a pretty good job.
It's real fast.
Hey, we've still got quite a bit of vacuuming to do. I'm not going to show the rest of the vacuuming right now because we kind of got a last minute job. I hope you guys can hear anything I said. And so we're just trying to do this and knock it out real quick. We're going to try to show the underneath the vacuum because we got this partly because it's very easy to take the vacuum apart if you need to clean something. So we'll try to show some more of that here later on the video if you want to stay tuned.
It works good.
Yeah, so far so good. Alright, the vacuum is done. There the vacuum is back on the cart that we use. We have to use a cart on our jobs because there's never enough parking spaces for us to drive over. Once we get it here, we have to put everything on a cart to get it up the stairs and everything. Now this carpets have been vacuumed from 2 directions, overlapping passes at a moderate speed. And it did a good job, got to get everything out. Now it does pretty good on edge cleaning, but what we did was we went around with a broom and swept everything off the edges of the baseboards real good to make sure, because in some of the really tight nooks and crannies, like around the door jambs and everything, you're not going to get that out with a vacuum cleaner. You have to use your nozzle or something, and this doesn't have that on it, so it's no big deal. It just takes a few minutes. It's actually pretty easy. But this carpet here has been vacuumed. It's been walked on a little bit because we're getting our equipment moved around. But the halls look nice. This is some pretty worn out carpet too. And he's in here pre-spraying this carpet. And that's going to be for a separate video. We're going to show a little bonnet cleaning. But we have some stains and everything in here. But the vacuum did a really good job. I think it pulled about everything out of this carpet you could get. So we're going to also try to show later on, when we get home, we're going to try to empty out the shakeout bags, show you how that works, and show you the bottom, because it's easy to get to the brush roll on this thing if you need to cut the hairs and stuff out during the middle of a job. It's not a big deal. So we'll show that here in a little bit. Thanks. Okay. All right. That's what we picked up. Trying to see, there's a bunch of bunch of fuzz and
Carbon fibers. Things like that.
nasty. Alright, we showed you how the shakeout bag empties. And so we're going to try to show you now how you take this bottom plate off if you need to clean the brush during a job or something. You got a lever on each side that you loosen. This just tilts up, and you got a couple pins at the front that you line up when you're putting it back on. Set that aside. The belt comes up, and you always and the top of the belt goes to the right side when you're facing it. And you just roll it over like that, and the belt's loose. And then you just lift the bar straight out. And you can take the belt and set it aside, and you want to check it for cracks and things. And then you can see the brush bar has some hairs on it, but you can see the bearings in here. It spins real nice, and it's a really nice quality brush made out of aluminum, and it's got beater bars on one side and got nice bristles on the other. These are replaceable. You can pull those out if you need to, and I think you can pull these out too. I'll have to check on that, but the bearings are replaceable. The end caps are replaceable. It's got rubber end caps to help isolate it so it doesn't vibrate very much. And this bar is the VG1, which has if you can see from the side a little bit, it's like a twisted flat piece of metal almost.
It's machined aluminum.
Yeah, and now the VG2 is the completely round bar. It also can have beaters on one side. It's a less expensive bar. A lot of times you see these vacuums for less money. You want to make sure, if you can, to get the VG1. It's a little bit better bar, but the other one works fine too. But this is real easy to clean. You can just take a knot, you can just take scissors or something, go right along here and cut all these hairs loose. And I'm going to clean this here in a few minutes before I put it all back together. But it's pretty easy to do. Set that aside. There's a couple Phillips head screws here and here. It's real easy to take apart in the field. If you take that apart, you can get to this fan, which is under here. And you want to keep all these hairs, things like that accumulate. You want to get rid of those. And you want to also keep an eye on this part in here where the belt rides. You want to make sure that stays clean, because if it builds up with gunk, it's going to wear your belts out faster. And that's pretty much all you got to do. If you get a clog, you can take this apart if something jams in here where the impeller is at, and you can clean it out. But you can see there's a pretty good air path here. You got a nice wide opening here. And you got a nice little air path. Everything comes in, it gets sucked to it gets centrifugal forces it to the sides of the chamber. And all it has to do is hit the outside of the chamber, and this fan's blowing everything towards the bag. And all you got to do, go through this chamber here, which is pretty wide, right into the bag. And it's held up there. And while we're doing this, if you want to hand me the camera, I'll show the number plate. A lot of people want to be able to see that. Hold it steady so it can focus. And you can see the serial numbers and the amps and everything on that. And it's a pretty good vacuum. It has good wheels all the way around, and it's easy to work with. And so far, we're impressed. It did a really good job. But we're going to clean it all up and get it ready for the next job. We're going to shoot videos with this vacuuming. So if you like this vacuum, you're going to see more of it.
We're going to clean it up real quick, turn the camera off, clean it up real quick, and then put it back together to show you how easy it goes back together. So we'll be right back.
Okay, we're getting ready to put this back together. Now, to line this up, you want to have the flat part. Show it like that. The flat part goes to the top when you have it upside down like that. So you line, and those things are keyed together so they line up. So you put your belt on, and if it moves a little bit, it won't really matter. Make sure, it's hard to see in this light, make sure you have the top lined up on both sides. Push it down good, make sure it's down, seated. Okay, you put this belt on. Remember, the top goes over to the right hand side, and this is the only part that's a little tricky. Just getting it on there. Got to turn it. There we go. And then make sure that the fan's spinning, and it is, so everything's good there. When you put this bottom plate on, you just make sure you have these little tabs here, and these little slots here, so you don't get it in the wrong spot. Put that on. On either side, make sure it's in right. You can kind of lift up a little bit to make sure. Okay, then you should be able to just slide. What? You should be able to just slide these clips back on if it's on right.
That don't look on right.
Hold on. I can't I'm at a bad angle.
Push this thing forward. So there it's on.
Okay.
Now it'll clip right up.
You just pop that on that side. It's too a little tight. See, we got something. I must have missed a tab a little bit. All right. Okay, that goes on easy. When it goes on easy, it's right. If it doesn't, then something's not lining up properly. Something's still wrong. Went under it. All right, hold on. There's something caught in here. There's a little rubber seal around the front here that you want to try to make sure you get in good. All right, here it goes. This is only the first time we've taken this apart, so make sure I feel that is in and that's in. Okay, that should be right there.
That's right.
Okay, put that one under.
There it
Make
is.
sure that's right. All right. Everything's still turning. All right.
That's how it is.
If you want, you can wipe your fingerprints off so you don't leave anything there. And I just used the Dyson the DC25 with a vacuum hose to kind of suck everything out underneath here while I had it upside down. So if you have another vacuum or you have a whisk broom or something, you can clean it. So that's about it. So I'm going to put the links to this down in the bottom in the video description. And keep watching our channel because we're going to put more videos up using this vacuum. So we appreciate you watching our unboxing and short demo and everything. And please subscribe and hit like for us. And if you have comments or questions, please ask us and we'll be happy to try to help you. Thanks for watching.
If you like this vacuum and you want one, go to our Amazon link and it'll go straight to the vacuum.
All right.
Thanks.